Hey everyone, today we are going to look at fillets. And what fillets do is they allow you to round off the edges on your part. So I've already got a kind of a part built here, and we're going to go up into the Features tab, and we're going to look for the fillet icon, and I'm going to click on Fillet. Now there is one little thing you want to be careful about. Over on the left side of the screen, you'll see it says full preview, partial preview, and no preview. Now, sometimes the first time you do a fillet, it may have no preview selected. And what this means is when you go to do a fillet, like let's say I want to round off this orange edge right here. When I click on it, the line just turns blue and nothing really happens. And that's because we don't have our preview selected. Now, if I go and I click full preview, see, I can actually get an idea of how big that fillet is going to be. The good thing is, usually after you do a full preview and you do a fillet, you don't have to click it again. So Solidworks will remember that you want to do full preview fillets. So as we can see, it's going to round off this edge a little bit. And over on the left side of the screen, we can change the size of our fillet. So you can type in an exact number, or we could just go ahead and kind of bump this up to make it a little bit larger. And when we're happy, we can just green check, and you can see it rounds off that edge. Now that was just one edge. If you have multiple edges, you can do those all at once. So I could go around and I could click a bunch of different edges, as long as they're all the same size. And you could do all the fillets at once. Now, here's a little trick. The fillet, I want to do this fillet. It's kind of back there on the bottom back of the part. In SolidWorks, if you just hover over where that line is going to be, like you could see it pop up right there, you could just click on it like that, and you don't have to rotate around your part. So I'm going to green check, and we see a few more. Now, those were all edge fillets. You can also do what's called a face fillet. So with a face fillet, you click on a face, and it's going to round off every edge that comes in contact with that face. So I could go around, I could do this side. Now, every once in a while, you may get an issue where you're trying to make a fillet that is too big. Notice as I increase the size of this fillet, I make it bigger, I make it bigger, eventually it goes away. So if this happens, if you try to do a fillet and you don't see any fillets showing up, first thing you should do is make sure you have full preview selected. But the second thing is maybe you're trying to make a fillet that's a little bit too big. So I can decrease this a little bit, and then I could just go ahead and green check that. Now the thing that you have to understand about fillets is that a lot of people get into this idea that a fillet means that you are, it's like you're shaving material off the part, like you're sanding away material. But the opposite can also be true. So for example, this little edge that you see in this little corner right over here, now if you wanted to round this little edge off, you can't do it by removing material. Okay, let's see what happens. If I go fillet and I click this inside edge, what you're going to see is SolidWorks is actually, it's going to add material to the part. And I'm going to go to my front view here, and you can see even better. I'm going to increase this. So you can see it's actually adding more material onto the part. So whenever you do fillets, don't think of it as cutting edges off or removing edges. All a fillet does is it rounds off an edge, whether that means it's removing material or adding material. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and green check this. And there we go. And now you see with fillets, the thing about fillets is that they're very quick. They're pretty easy to do, and they really do drastically change how your part looks. You know, we started off with a part that looked like this, and then with just a few quick fillets, we were able to drastically change how that part looks. So that is fillets, and I hope you found this helpful. You have a great day.